Kia ora koutou. It's been a slow few weeks, but I am finally taking live trades. They weren't huge winners, but they were solid. After sitting out and second guessing myself, it feels good to get back in the game, and while I was trading, my bot was too. More on that soon. Let's break down my trades. So today, the stock that I was really watching this morning was BTCM. Yes. And, it had already broken up through VWAP here. You can see the trade on my screen actually. It had broken up through here through VWAP, and, it was struggled a bit here, getting it over sort of 475, and then sort of pushed up, then it broke nicely up over 480 up to around 545, 550. I ended up, sort of went sideways here, but I thought as it pulled back here, I would jump in on this pullback, and I got in at 534. So actually if I make that a bit bigger. So in at 534, around that level there. So decent entry. It then kind of struggled to push higher. I held, but then I saw kind of quite a bit of resistance up here at 567. So I ended up actually selling at 556 on that candle there. Then it pushed up a little bit higher, came back down, and kind of struggled through this area here before breaking. Possibly could have got back in on an entry here on this pullback, or as it sort of broke over that candle, should have been back in. And then definitely could have been back in up here as it pushed up, pulled back, an entry off here around $6, looking for it to break over $6 and then push higher. So I kind of didn't trade this very well. Like, it was good to get a profit, and it was $11 profit on that with 50 shares. So that was good, but really if there was the opportunity to hold through that and actually wait for it to break up to, 586. So you don't know that when you're obviously trading down here when it's live, but giving it leeway to run was probably a good idea. Or even getting back in here as it came up to 6 and broke up to 6, giving it a chance to break higher. It did break higher. It went all the way to, a high of 1120 up here. This pullback here was quite a protracted pullback, and it did break down through the 9 EMA, but once it rallied over that and broke through that level here, there was an opportunity to get back in, over that high. So could have been in there around $8 again for the push higher. But good move, nice strong stock to start the morning. Unfortunately, I watched the majority of that move without trading it, and even though I had a good entry down here, at the initial phases of that trade, not being able to hold and stay in it, or buy back in once it was sort of, it had proven itself and confirmed that it was going to go higher. That was a bit lacking on my part. But that's something I've got to work through still. I felt like I did better yesterday with my trade yesterday, holding it through some resistance, but today I got a bit scared off by the stock sort of struggling to go higher and not being able to break immediately over that resistance. So that's BTCM was my first trade. My second trade was on AIRI, and this was this stock popped up on my scanner just around 7 o'clock. Watched it pull back here, big deep pullback down below the 20 EMA, and then it started to rally. I got in on this candle here at 451, around that level there. It was I bought in there because it was sort of breaking over that high, that red candle there, and it pushed up and came back down. I didn't sell on that. And then it dipped down here, and I thought, oh, this is going the wrong way, but then bought up. So I held through that buy up, and then it pushed up here, and I took my profit at 460, as there was 469, I think it was actually. Yeah, 469. Why did I get out there? There was a big seller at 470. It hit 470, and I saw there was a big seller there, and I thought, no, I'm going to get out. And just with, you know, the dip here, the big pullback here, I just didn't trust it that it would break solidly over VWAP and hold. So I got out sooner rather than later. And then it broke through that pretty much immediately after I sold. Well, actually the next candle really. It broke through 470 and then pushed up over VWAP and then pushed again, you know, coming up to the high of day, previous high of day. So, you know, there was an opportunity to hold this one as well, or get back in when it, you know, broke through VWAP here maybe. But out again too early on this one again at 469. You know, I could have held that. Maybe selling half here and then seeing if the rest runs. Maybe that might be an idea. But yeah, once again sold too early on my second trade on AIRI. I didn't get back in on this stock. It pulled back here, and I thought about getting back in, but I, you know, left it alone. Probably a good decision because I might have been caught in this big flush candle after that. And that candle there sort of put me off getting back into the stock, even though it rallied up and made a new high up here. I just didn't think I could really trust that stock holding up. And that was pretty much for AIRI. After that it rolled over, and pretty much that was the end of that move. And that was pretty much it for me. I was starting to fade after that, and wow, I was starting to get tired actually. But I watched a couple of other stocks after this, so I did stay trading for a little while longer. Yeah, so that was my second trade, my last trade. So only 2 trades today, both 50 shares. Made $11 on BTCM and $9 on AIRI for a profit of $20 today. So not a big profit, but you know, it's not bad considering what I've been trading lately. So $24.50 yesterday, $9 on Tuesday, $20 today. So total of $53.50 for the week. Going into Friday, hopefully I can keep it green all this week and look forward to, you know, a stronger week next week. Yeah. There were some strong movers I didn't touch, CGTX and SAFX. SAFX actually surprised me when the bot took a trade before I realized what was happening. That one earned 21 cents per share, and I didn't end up taking a manual trade on it. Just felt like too much was going on and I was starting to fade. So I wrapped it up early. Speaking of the bot, it actually outperformed me again today. It took trades on BTCM, AIRI and SAFX and ended the session with $702 profit. Still testing and tweaking, but it's interesting watching it stick to the plan when sometimes I don't. You know, so 2 trades for me, $20 total profit. Not huge, but I'm back in the market and that's what matters today. Momentum comes from showing up, and I've been trying to find my rhythm again. If you're also working your way back into the flow or just trying to stay consistent, I see you. Let me know in the comments how your trading week is going so far. Did you trade BTCM today? Are you in the green? I will see you tomorrow. Hey, Pawpaw.